Right, guys, welcome to Tango's TikToks. Here we go with a bit of creepy TikToks for you on a Thursday morning.
This is actually the most terrifying video I could find on the dark web. A group of friends were walking in the forest when suddenly they heard a noise above their heads, and as they looked, this is what they stumbled upon. The ending will surprise you.
Ay, ¿qué le está pasando? Lo está manejando, lo está manejando. Está rezando Junior.
This is actually the most terrifying video.
This is why I can't do Ring cameras. So this photo was taken at 3 a.m. on a Ring camera just outside of Spokane, Washington on March 17th, 2017. Which, as if that's not scary enough, the same man was seen photographed on 13 other Ring cameras in the area, all at 3 a.m. At first, police believed it was an attack orchestrated by a group of people, but a closer look made them realize it was the same man. One witness claimed she was awoken at 3 a.m. to what sounded like a baby crying, and that's when she got the alert that something was seen on her Ring camera. She also claimed that since this happened, she's felt like someone's been watching her. This man was never found by police, but a user on Reddit based in Chicago recently posted that she also saw something weird on her Ring camera. She said her and her neighbors all got an alert at 3 in the morning that someone wearing a mask was seen at their door.
The owner of the account is a woman who lives alone with her children. As such, she has decided to make the necessary preparations to ensure their safety at home by setting up multiple security cameras around the house and outside the premises in the event that anything were to happen. However, she received a motion detection alert one night from one of her cameras pointing towards the basement. When she checked the footage, she was shocked. Watch closely. As you can see, something creepy emerges from the basement and makes its way upstairs. Viewers then requested that she move the camera towards the stairs to get a better angle and see what she captures. And it doesn't take very long for the camera to capture something else. Something creepy quickly zooms across the narrow pathway at the bottom of the basement stairs, and whatever it was so fast that the footage had to be slowed down substantially just for us to catch a glimpse. Now, after a few more nights of peace, she receives a motion detection alert, and this time, her jaw would drop at the sight. What looks like a full face manifests within the basement and looks to be making its way upstairs. Each time it seems to manifest more and more clearly as we can see the bright glowing eyes as it moves around. She was then asked if she had any creepy collectible items in the basement, and that's when she responded with this.
These. They are legit antiques. A friend of mine will not come in my basement because he says it's creepy to have antique mirrors. And they are heavy. I also have the clock. I refurbished this clock. It is a real antique. It works, excuse me, but my kids say that the chime is really creepy, so they never want me to turn it on.
So just who or what exactly is this basement dweller? that seems to be making multiple appearances within this basement. And could the
It's probably an ex-boyfriend.
Creepy videos that you shouldn't watch at night, but you're going to anyway, part 10. I just held up 5, what the fuck. And for my dark web lovers, you will love this video, because this one actually surfaced on the dark web. Also, I might be going on a TV show. I got contacted by a company to make a TV show on Discovery Channel, pretty much about dark web and creepy videos, so thank you guys. So make sure to show some love so we can get him to see it. I just like my lights out. Alright, the video has since been deleted, but people actually downloaded it, so I'm just on YouTube. So this is in binary code. If anybody wants to decode that, please let me know. This video is pretty scary, so let's watch. What the fuck? Oh, hell no. Here's the full binary code, so just save the video. So if you guys need help sleeping at night, click the link in my bio. And once you click the link, click on...
I've seen that video before. That's just like some sort of art school project or something, wasn't it?
This is so hard to watch, as yes, those are tied up children in a truck, and if you see this, it's a dire warning. People were horrified after a driver in Atlanta found a budget rental truck with seemingly a child's arm laying limp coming out of the back of the truck, sitting on top of a dirty mattress. And this is happening more and more. The driver ended up calling the police and followed the truck for several hours, and when the officers got there and opened the truck, it was worse than they thought. The Atlanta driver reported that there seemingly were multiple kids in there, all looking very confused, scared, and disoriented. The truck was allegedly making such a speedy getaway that the police cars had to block the truck from moving and needed over 4 cars to completely stop the truck driver.
This is a real live trafficking situation. These are somebody's kids. I'm proud of myself.
And horrifying cases like this are so common, it happens to 300,000 children every year. Others are actually reporting all of this to be fake news, as you can see all of the family's furniture, and it seems like it was just moving day. This is so hard to watch.
What is the matter with people? What is the matter with people feeling the need to kidnap other people? What is wrong with it?
Show yourself! Show!
My kids are in here.
Okay.
Please.
How many?
4.
And where at in the house?
They're upstairs. I just made them go upstairs. I don't want to scare my kids. Can we just calm
These
down?
officers are gonna walk in there with you, and I got a copy of the warrant here for you, honey.
Can I see the warrant, please? And I can call my lawyer.
Everything's secured here.
Can I see the warrant before we walk any further? I'm calm.
We have a valid search warrant, so
I understand, but you haven't let me see it, Chet, and you're walking through my house.
it's right here. You don't run how you don't. You're not in control of this.
Okay. I'm trying to see.
So I need your phone too.
My phone. That's not my phone.
Well, hold on to that. So
Okay.
which rooms are your kids in? Obviously not.
They're upstairs. I am very cooperative. I'm not fighting anybody.
You're fine.
Look, I'm
Tina.
scared. My kids
I'm
are
going
here.
upstairs and checking.
My kids are here.
I mean, we have to. That's empty. Well, it's for an old heater. Do you know why we're here?
No, I don't. I don't know why you're here.
Okay.
Because I'm really scared because my kids are upstairs and I don't know what's going on.
Okay.
Should I call my family to tell them to somebody to come?
You're not under arrest or anything
arrest.
like that, okay? That's why I'm sitting here talking to you, okay?
Okay, I'm scared to death because I don't know what's going on.
And so the reason we're here, okay, is because we're investigating a call that we had, okay? The officers came out and talked to you last night, correct?
Yes.
Okay. We have to handle that real seriously, okay? Because the allegations are that you have a son and that he's deceased and he's here in this house. Okay, so that's where we're at right now. Do you have a son named Zion?
No, I don't.
You've never had a son named Zion.
No.
Are you claiming benefits for a kid named Zion?
No. I haven't gotten any benefits for anyone. I just recently went through a situation where a young lady stole my identity and she falsely filed my taxes and my informations and stuff like that. And I've been working with the FBI. I've been working with the IRS. There's been a lot of things popping up, and
have you had any interactions with DCFS up in Chicago?
I did.
Okay.
False calls that were made.
Okay.
Correct.
One of the calls from 2020.
That's freaky. It's freaky. What?
Alright.
I know that I love you both.
Can I know who's gone? Can I know who's gone?
Absolutely not.
Why?
Because they're a bad person. And it's not me. Johnny, sometimes in life people gotta take out trash. And I want you to know I love you both, alright?
Alright.
And I'm proud of you.
The kids quite simply wouldn't have figured out what John meant by all of this. Despite what you're being told, you'd never instantly assume that your dad has killed someone, which is likely why they were still laughing and being quite so emotive about everything. Either way, it's possible that being this lighthearted is what convinced John to keep talking and incriminate himself to the point where police felt comfortable with having another conversation with him. His mentions of Heidi also later convinced the detectives to reach out to her, putting the final pieces of the puzzle together. They now well and truly felt as though they had everything they needed to put the pressure on John, and they pulled him aside for what was initially supposed to be a DNA search warrant. But it quickly turned into another discussion about the case that would go much, much differently than last time.
You said that one lawyer present with you while speaking with us. So because of that, I don't even want to discuss the case with you because I don't want to inadvertently ask you any questions without having a legal representation.
I don't even know how this works, man, and I don't really represent with all due respect. I don't know how any of this stuff works. I've never been accused of murder. I've never been involved in any kind of thing like this. And most importantly, especially with one of my friends. What do I have to do to clear my name, and what needs to happen? This is the most scariest thing I've ever been through in my entire life. And I don't know what to say or what to do. I've watched murder shows. The last person I'm going to hurt is the one person I have as a freaking friend, my home part. But what do I have to do?
What would you guys do if one of your close family or someone you knew had murdered someone? You just found out that someone got murdered.
I remember walking to the parking lot, texting a friend back, and taking a picture of the defendant's truck. I did this knowing I had to continue to keep track of the defendant's behaviors and appearances for the restraining order we were in the process of trying to obtain. I remember finally reaching my car and hearing my mother scream. Knowing my mother, I could hear her fear. I could hear that whatever was happening was not good. This was when, at 4:30 p.m. on June 3rd, 2023, I turned around and saw the defendant running towards me faster than I had ever seen him run before. Not knowing what was coming next, I turned and attempted to go in the opposite direction. This was when the defendant had grabbed me. I hit the ground and began feeling the attack. I remember being on my hands and knees, begging for the defendant to get off me, with my screams slowly becoming more and more silent. I remember staring at the ground, my thoughts being muffled by my mother's constant scream. The scream that had first alarmed me did not stop throughout the entirety of the attack, and frankly, I can still hear it to this day. I remember hoping for the pain to stop and feeling my mom pulling him off of me. I remember finally being let go and falling to the ground because at that point, my body had been paralyzed. Little did I know that me being let go in that moment meant my mom was now being made another victim of the attack. I remember laying there with my eyes closed, blacking out until the defendant began stabbing me again. Your Honor, a 17-year-old girl should not know the feeling of getting stabbed. Your Honor, I should not have to remember the feeling of my body being inflicted with a knife over and over again. I remember feeling an impact against my mother, the defendant, and I, which was the moment Kennedy Armstrong had ultimately saved our lives. I remember finally opening my eyes but still being unable to see. I remember asking my mom to get off of me because she was now actively bleeding onto my face and into my eyes. I remember finally realizing I had been stabbed and that I could no longer feel my legs. I remember the moment I realized I was paralyzed. I remember struggling to breathe and formulate words. I remember telling my mom I could not feel my legs, to which she responded it was okay and everything would be okay. But I could hear in her voice that I wasn't okay. She didn't know if it would be okay and just how scared she was. I remember her words to the defendant. I remember her calling the defendant's mom, Tanya, and her informing her on what her child had just done. I remember looking up and around and realizing that suddenly there was a crowd of people surrounding us. I remember looking up and to my left, to which I watched as the defendant just a few feet away pathetically slit his own throat. I remember making eye contact with the man in the crowd of people and begging him to make sure the defendant could not and would not get up, as I was scared the attack wasn't over. I remember his response ultimately assured me that the defendant was no longer conscious or physically able to get up.
Oh, Lord. That must have been a nightmare. I can't even begin to imagine what they went through.
But we buried this guy like a day ago. Hey, but guess what? He's back. Yeah, I know, buddy. I see you. I'm surprised you're still up and walking around.
Alright, going randonauting, and it took us to this shady park in the middle of nowhere, so let's see what we find. All we see so far is like trees, a bridge. I think we have to go over this bridge, and our location's a little down there. What the fuck? Oh, what the fuck? Should we keep going? What the fuck? Oh my god, is she following us?
Anyway, guys, on that note, I'm going to say goodbye. Thanks for watching. Have an amazing day. It's Thursday today. Got one more day and then it's a weekend. Hope you guys have an amazing day. If you like this video, like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below where you're from. Leave me some links so I can react to them. And have an amazing day. Bye.